the live stream for TMG. I just wanted to get on here and talk about Mother's Day. Sorry, I don't know why the live video that I had scheduled didn't let me go live. I'm not sure. I'm gonna work out the kinks on that. So, like I said, we're gonna talk about biblical principles about our mothers. So I'm going to use some Bible verses today, and then I'm also going to talk to you about why we should care about our mothers, what they do for us. They do so much for us. And so in Proverbs 1:8, my son, hear the instructions of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Proverbs 23:25, the father and thy mother shall be glad, and she that bare shall rejoice. Well, I am one of those people that cannot bear, but I still rejoice on being a woman. I am a mother of 2 fur babies. I think any mother that has children on earth, children in heaven, children that are their fur babies, children that are adopted, you're a mother. Don't let not having children get you down, because there's a purpose for it. There is also in Jeremiah 1:5, before I formed you in the womb, I knew thee, and before thee cameth from the womb, I sanctified and ordained thee. And Jeremiah was a prophet, and it says a prophet unto the nations. I'm not saying we're prophets, but it does say that he knew who we were before he formed us in the womb. And in that same passage, God is speaking directly to Jeremiah the prophet, and he is explaining that his purpose and calling were to establish before his physical existence. So God knew who we were before we were even formed in the womb, before he gave us to our mothers. I'm sorry. I see somebody being restricted. I don't know why that's going on. Also, examples of mothers. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 20, and Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. She was the first of our kind as a woman. She was the first mother here on earth. Characteristics of motherhood. Psalms 13:9. He make the barren woman to keep house, and the joyful, and to be joyful mother of children. Praise ye the Lord. Proverbs 10:1, a wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish is the heaviness of his mother. We have to remember, we need to always remember that our mothers are hard workers for the most part. If my mother, she was a single mother, had 2 children she had to raise by herself for a long time. She worked 2 jobs, went to college, and she did an amazing job, and she's somebody that I really, really looked up to. She is an inspiration to me, made me who I am today, and I just want to thank all you women out there that has chosen to adopt, has chosen to have children. And y'all, if you have fur babies, your mother. Just because you can't have kids, I was born where I could not have children. And that doesn't make me less than a woman. Before I was born, like I said in Jeremiah, he knew who I was. He knew what was going to happen before I came here. But he gave me that burden because he knew I could handle it. Mothers, you need to remember that even though you worked hard and did everything you could, you protected us, you gave us food, you did anything and everything you could. Also, just remember, being a mother is not easy. It is a hard job. It is actually one of the hardest jobs there is, because not only do you have to take care of yourself, the house, the kids, you still have to make time for yourself. And sometimes you get teenagers that don't want to be there, and they want to rebel. When they do rebel, just remember it's going to be okay, because one day they're going to be an adult. They will appreciate everything you did for them. It is a hard job being a mother, from what I've heard. Unfortunately, I can't say because I don't have any children, but it is, to me, I see it all the time. I see what mothers do for their children. Like my mother, she would go without food as long as me and my sister had food. That's all that mattered to her. She would starve, and just to make sure that we were okay, that we had food. And we have to remember, mothers are a gift from God, and so are fathers. Don't get me wrong, fathers are too. But we have to remember that today is about our mothers, and some people don't have their mothers anymore. Like my mother lost her mother, and in church today, they were talking about, your mother's in heaven and everything, and I saw her cry, and it broke my heart because that was my grandmother. My grandmother was a big part of my life. She helped raise me. Being a mother, or being a woman in general, just being a woman, is a hard thing. My incapability of having children is not something that I can control. I don't blame God for it. He knew I could handle it. Both of my sisters have kids. I can't, but it's okay. I lost the chance of having children back in January, and my mother couldn't understand the feelings I was going through, but she was there for me, as best she could. So we have to remember, moms do what they can for their children, no matter what their child's going through. Thank you guys for all the comments. I love you guys. Y'all are amazing. I just wanted to get on here and wish everybody a happy Mother's Day, and let them know that I am thinking of them, and I'm thinking of you. I hope you're having a blessed Mother's Day with your family, your kids, grandkids, all those things. Just remember, you don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know what 2 seconds from now holds. So love your mother, call her, give her a hug, kiss her on the cheek, remind her that she did a good job, remind her that you love her, and all you young people out here that think your mother is harsh on you and all this, trust me, she's doing it for your best interest. Mothers are such an amazing gift to us. Being a child and watch my mother go through so much as a small child, all the way up until she met my dad, my stepdad. Watching all that pain and sorrow that she went through broke my heart. And I can honestly say that she had a really rough time raising 2 young girls. But she did it with a smile on her face, working 2 jobs and going to college. And we were in poverty, trust me. We had no money by no means. I will end up telling more of my story later on, but I did go through a point in my life where we didn't have water in our home. We didn't have a toilet in our home. I have myself been homeless with a job. So, if you put God first, then he will make everything work out in the long run. Just have faith in him. Just because he doesn't answer your prayers right then and there doesn't mean he won't. I prayed for my husband for many, 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 many years. All my life, actually. And it took me 17 years after my last husband to finally find the man that was meant for me. And it was in God's time. So every time I pray, let your will be done. And in time, his will be done. If he doesn't answer your prayers, it's because it was for your own good. So I know I kind of went off the mother thing, but I just had to say that was just on my heart to let people know that just because you pray for a child, because I did that. I prayed for a child. I did doctor's appointments. I did medicines. I did whatever I could. And unfortunately, I just couldn't have kids. Just remember that you're no less than a woman if you don't have children. Having fur babies is okay. I love my dogs that I have. I've had them for 10 years. They're amazing dogs. They make me love being a mother. Yes, I do consider myself a mother because I am their mom. I do have to protect them. I do have to not clothe them. I do have to feed them. I have to make sure they have a roof over their head. I have to make sure they have food. I have been at the point to where I was so poor, even with them, that I made sure they ate before I did, just like a mother would do. So everybody just remember your mother, no matter what your past is with her or not, you need to reconciliate with your mother because she's your one and only mom. And we need to do that with your fathers, do all that with everybody that has been in your life that may have caused a little bit of harm or turmoil, but you'll never get another mother. You'll never get another father. Just it's hard. speaking on this too much because I can't really speak about being a mother, but I do have to say this. I have an amazing mother-in-law that treats me just like her daughter. She says I'm her second child. So there are women out there that will pretty much adopt you as their child, and love you and care for you no matter what. I just want y'all to know that in the Bible it talks about caring for your mother and father. Honor that. One of the commandments is honor thy mother and father. So we need to start getting back to honoring our mother and fathers, not disrespecting them, not cussing them out, not yelling at them, not screaming at them. We need to stop doing that. That's another thing that's wrong with this country is we're degrading our parents. They're doing the best they can. There's no book on really how to be a mother or a father. You learn as you go. And so we have to give some grace to our parents. And just remember that you're loved. If you don't have children, you're still loved. You're a daughter. You are a sister. You're an aunt, which I'm an aunt, and I love being an aunt. I'm fixing to have another baby nephew. So having those babies in my life makes me happy. And I never questioned the reason why I couldn't have kids, and I never will. Because it's, I mean, why? Why question it? It's not, there's, my body just was defective, which is fine. My soul's not defective. My body is. It's human flesh. Our bodies are human flesh, and they are defective, and they do crumble, and they do deteriorate in time. But our souls don't if you keep it with God. Keep God first and foremost. And then if you have a spouse, your children should come pretty close, depending on type of husband you have. Your children as a mother most likely will come first. But you always put God first, your spouse, and your children. I put God first, then my husband, my family. We just got to remember this is flesh. This is fleeting flesh. It's going to go away one day, and our souls will be somewhere else. And it's all up to you where your soul goes. If you want to go to heaven and be in eternity with God and Jesus, that's up to you. That's another topic we'll talk about one day. I just wanted to get on here real quick and say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and that I love you. Thank you for everything you're doing. You're doing an amazing job, no matter how hard it's going right now, no matter what. If you are having a hard time because your children is screaming, crying, and all this, just remember you're doing your best, and you're a great mother. And don't ever feel like you're not a great mother, because you are. Raising a child's not easy, and it's not going to ever be easy. So keep up the hard work, ladies and men that have lost a spouse, lost the mother of their children. This is where you step in. There is a Father's Day for y'all, but sometimes people do have to do the double job. Like my mother did the double job of a mother and a father, because my biological father, didn't want to really do the job for me and my sister. So just remember, ladies, you're doing amazing. You gave birth to a child. It's the most beautiful thing you could ever do. And it's an amazing thing to do. I actually got to watch the birth of one of my nieces, and it was the most beautiful thing I ever got to do. It was 16 years ago, and I was 16 years ago. And I was with my ex-husband, and I looked at my sister and I said, "Can I please be in the delivery room and watch everything? Because what if one day I can't have a baby?" Little did I know I would never have a child. So making that decision was the best decision I ever got to make, and I'm glad and grateful that she allowed me to do that. Watching the birth of a child is one of the most amazing things. So you women out there, I don't care if you gave birth to it by C-section, by the normal natural way, or birth with the normal natural way with medicine, or if you adopted or you did IVF, you're a mother, okay? Giving birth to a child, no matter how you do it, is still giving birth, okay? Adopting a child, unfortunately, you didn't give birth to it, but does it make you less than a mother? You are that child's mother. God created that child for you so you could adopt it, so you could be its mother. So just remember that you're being a mother is an amazing thing. I don't want to keep you on here too long, guys, because I know it's Mother's Day and you need to spend time with your mothers and family. I just wanted to say I love you guys. Y'all are amazing. If y'all have anything y'all want me to talk about, I am going to be doing more biblical stuff. I'm going to do some more American history videos, things that people don't know about, true stuff that people don't talk about in our history books. If you've ever noticed, our history books don't get bigger, but our history gets a lot longer. So think about that. And then I'm also going to talk about more of my journey of not having children and how I coped with all that, how I've dealt with it all my life of having problems having kids. Hopefully it'll help somebody else. And I do want to start an organization one day to help young teenagers, 16, 17-year-olds and early 20s and early 30s, to help them get the help they need so they're not stuck like me, to where one day they have the chance of having kids taken away. So when I get that started, I'll let y'all know. But I would love to do that because I think there needs to be more screening for girls to help them find out about PCOS and endometriosis so that they can become a mother one day and stop this infertility crisis that we have, because it is a crisis. Infertility crisis is out the roof. And it's not because we don't want to have children, it's because our bodies won't allow us to. And if we can get the right help, the right medicines, or whatever we need to help us have a child, that's what we need to do. Again, I love you guys. I'm going to get off here. Happy Mother's Day. I am getting a webcam and a micro. I already got the microphone, but a webcam so I can do bigger videos on my laptop and not just my phone. So stay tuned for bigger and better videos. It was Mother's Day, and I just wanted to come in here and tell all you women that y'all are amazing. I love you. And thank you to everybody in the comments for saying Happy Mother's Day. And I love you too. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for everything you do. And if you would like to be a moderator on my channel, let me know. And I will gladly let you be one of my moderators if you want to help moderate some of this stuff, because apparently I had something happen where somebody said something in a message and it got restricted, and then they said something else that was not appropriate after that. I'm sorry, YouTube restricts certain things. It's not me. So I don't know what was said, and I'm sorry that you got upset and you said a really bad word. But this channel is not going to be one of those channels where we're going to have bad language in it, because this is a Christian channel first and foremost. And so I really don't appreciate the bad language. And again, Happy Mother's Day. I love you guys. God bless.